Welcome back to Is It Wrong to check up girls in a dungeon anime review episode number 13. Yeah, I had to start this one over because I just realized that, oh crap, my mic wasn't on. I'm hoping it's not the case with my other videos. I don't want to re-record those because that'd be kind of dumb. Anyways, for this episode pretty much finished up adapting book 9 and starts this book, book 9. As for what part of the book they adapt, I don't know. Now, the episode takes place in two different places most of the episode. Let's talk about the one that basically kind of coincides with this. Now, when they show Hestia in this episode, they show her first from her breast up. As a guy, I'm like, oh yes, that is so good for me. And if you ever were like, really? They're showing from the breast first? Well, Hestia's hot, so what do you expect? We gotta show from the chest first. It's the camera shot. Meanwhile, though, in the dungeon, we have Lid talking to Belle pretty much the entire episode. He explains that the place that the name comes that the guild apparently knew about them. The fact that the higher ups knew it, basically the patron god himself of the guild. Oryx, I think to pronounce the guy's name. He had pretty much basically knew about these people, and he's about to aim for them, like food and basically weapons. And it's also revealed that the weapons he had, the sword he has, he killed an adventurer for that because he attacked them. Self-defense. And of course, Bell shows up, says that he made contact about 15 years prior, and the fact he's an Elder Lynch. Yep. I know because he's a freaking skeleton. Though they at least cover him up, basically, not only with a cloak, but also looks like he wears like metal gloves to hide his appearance. Excuse me. Anime takes contact with the Xenos via a magic orb. Yep, a magic orb. And well, a lot of big exposition here. Cross back and forth. The fact that also Orgos wants to have Bell be a bridge between both the humans and the monsters. Though he eventually does. Oh yeah, he also should point out though, later refers to Bell as Belchi, and refers to Lily as Lily Ichi. I'm surprised he is referred to as Lily Chun. Because she's short. Yep. And of course, they all party, and eventually Belle has to part with Winnie. And Winnie's upset with it, but she has to deal with it. Though she's taken up by Lid, someone with a familiar face. And, well, Belle tells her we'll see each other again. They probably will. And, of course, they meet with Hestia. And then, of course, well, I'll get to the ending in a minute. Basically, in the case of Orcs, he kind of basically explains the purpose of them. And, well, the fact that he mentions what's the whole purpose, why they exist, because the dungeon created them for some reason. The mother dungeon, basically, when monsters die, go back to the mother, basically a dungeon. Yep. Yeah, not much else to say about it. Just basically two conversations about this whole episode. The ending is quite interesting. Winnie, of course, wakes up from her room. Of course, they move villages. Of course, that's when they explain the whole thing about the different raids. And then Winnie hears a possible new kin who is under an attack from adventurers. And they get to it, and it's actually Fear. Yep. One of their own kin, who is attacked by the former Ikos family, who kills one of them. I think his name is Ord. One of the members kills him by slicing him and then smashing his head with his foot. Yep. And that's how the episode ends. Quite shockingly, to say the least. It was a good episode overall, and definitely looking forward to the episodes going to air later on this week. And I'm so glad, though, that starting with episode 29, we're adapting from this book. Now, if you're curious to how long this book is exactly 295 pages. That's how long this book is. I could see this book basically being adapted for about 4 episodes, maybe. It's possible, to say the least. I mean, it starts this episode, and Who knows when they're going to finish it up? It just depends on exactly when in the world they do finish it up. But the arc itself finishes up with this book, Book 11. Now, if you're curious though, do I own Book 9? No, I do not own Book 9. I just started from Book 10 because I read Book 9 online. Yeah, that's what I did for the first 9 books of the series. I read them via digital, downloaded them, and starting Book 10, I bought them physically. And yes, I do know about the Book 15 being released. It was released a while ago. At the time, prior to this month, it was the most recent book released. And now we have in Japan, Book 16 is released. No, I've not read it yet, and I'm not going to read spoilers online. Though I do know about something I'm not going to spoil here. I'm like, really? We out of that? Okay. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird, the fact they changed one character, but I'm not going to say which one. Yeah, as for when Book 16 is released here, don't know. Because Book 14, which was the most recent book released here, that was released almost a year ago. And Book 15 is coming out next month. And in Japan, they just released Book 16. Now, here's something strange though. The spin-off series, Sword of Roria, that series has only had 12 books released. And here's the thing. The entire series is released here. And as far as I can tell, they have not released any other books since then. Now, the spin-off series, Familia, that one's released, I think, about 3 volumes so far. First released a while ago, and then they released 2 and 3 recently. And I'm definitely looking forward to what they're going to do for this particular arc, since it's by far one of the most exciting arcs of the whole series. Yeah, it's only 3 books. Yeah. Not much to say about it, just really good. No, I am not going to review the actual books themselves because I just don't have a desire to do that. Now, I do have the Total Book Overlord. This book I probably will do a review for because I read books 10 and 11, so I figured, oh, why not? Simple as that. Yep. So yeah, that's it for particular review. 2 more videos due today. I don't think I'll get a chance to do a third one. I'll probably do it tomorrow, where basically I'm going to start watching Ashtek War. Then my next video is going to be One Piece. But it will be up soon. It'll be up soon, okay? To the next video. Bye.